Just a minute. Good morning, Naresh.
Good morning, sir.
So in the previous class, we have completed account groups, right? I'm sorry, actually, I told you I will send the accounting material, right? Actually, I'm forgetting, right? I'm sorry for that. In any case, I will send you the basic accounting materials along with today's recording. You can take it granted. I will send it today along with our class recording. So step number 3.4, define retained earnings account. So what is this retained earnings account? Simply saying, retained earnings account is nothing but your P&L account, profit and loss account, or profit and loss appropriation account. That's it, right? So why we have to define this retained earnings account? Remember, the financial statements contains two statements. The financial statements contains two parts. One is profit and loss account. The other one is balance sheet. Balance sheet is called the statement of assets and liabilities. The balance sheet is called the statement of assets and liabilities. Means it is nothing but the list of assets and liabilities. But the profit and loss account is an account. That means it will have the debit side and credit side. So while creating the expense accounts and income accounts, we have to specify the profit and loss account type. For this, it is compulsory to create one retained earnings account. We can define any number of profit and loss account types. For example, operating profit and loss account to know the operating profit, and non-operating profit and loss account to know the non-operating profit or loss. At the year end, the balances in these profit and loss accounts are taken to the balance sheet. What exactly is this? Why we need to define multiple profit and loss account types? Here, even though it is possible to define multiple profit and loss account types, normally only one profit and loss account type is enough. That too, we should define minimum one profit and loss account type. So first, let us do the step. Then again, what is the necessity to define multiple profit and loss account types? Right? Path is same as above. Means SPRO. Yes. SPRO, finance accounting, general ledger accounting, GL accounts, master data preparations, define retained earnings account. Chart of accounts is equal to SSPM. Chart of accounts is equal to SSPM. Please write down the material, everybody. Click on enter. P&L statement account type. P&L statement account type. You can give any identification up to 2 characters. Just like that, I'm using X here. P&L statement account type is equal to X. Account 100, 100. Account 100, 100. So here we are giving the account number 100, 100. Here, profit loss account. Suppose if you have the balance in the, if you have the credit balance in the profit and loss account, credit balance in the profit and loss account means what? Profit, right? So if you have the credit balance in the profit and loss account, where do we display this balance in the profit and loss account? On the liability side of the balance sheet, under the heading reserves and surpluses. Under the heading reserves and surpluses. See, if you have the balance in the P&L account, that balance is displayed. That balance is displayed in the balance sheet on the liability side under the heading reserves and surpluses. That means this account is to be created under the reserves and surpluses account group. So See, the profit loss account or retained earnings account is to be created under the reserves and surpluses account. So we have to take one number between these two numbers, and that number should be given to the GL account. Just like that, I have taken 100. Click on save. This is called warning message. See, whenever you see any message in the yellow color, that is called warning message, right? So it is giving one warning, like what? Account 100 not created in the chart of accounts. So actually, we did not create this GL account, but here we have given the number. That's why it is giving a warning message that we did not create this GL account. For the time being, it's only a warning message. You can ignore it because we will create this GL account in the general ledger accounting. To ignore the warning message, I told you, click on enter button, right? So whenever you get this request box, click on enter. Now, so minimum to minimum, we have to define one retained earnings account. But I told you, no, we can define multiple profit loss account types. Why? Say, for example, in your balance sheet, we have to display operating profit separately and non-operating profit separately, right? So how do we get operating profit and how do we get non-operating profit? We get the operating profit from the operating profit loss account, and we get the non-operating profit from the non-operating profit loss account. That's why we define two profit loss account types. Say, for example, operating profit loss account type X. You can say 100. This is what you are defined now. Another profit loss account type, non-operating profit loss account type Y. You can say 100. So you define two profit loss account types like this. Y, right? 100. Then click on save. Again, ignore the warning message. So we defined two profit loss account types. Okay. Then, what is operating profit or loss? It is the difference between operating revenues and operating expenses. The difference between operating revenues and operating expenses is called operating profit or operating loss. Then, what is operating revenues? These are the revenues generated from the main business operations of the company. Example, sales. Remember, sales is always operating revenue. Sales revenue is always operating revenue. Suppose you are in the textiles manufacturing business, right? So you produce the textile products, you sell them. That is called sales revenue. So the revenue received from the sale of your textile products is called operating revenue if you are in the textiles manufacturing business. Then operating expenses. These are the expenses which are incurred to run the main business. Example, rent, wages, salaries, raw material consumption, traveling expenses, right? Postage, depreciation on the plant and machinery, depreciation on the buildings. Like that, all the expenditures which you need to incur to run your business are called operating expenses. Then, non-operating profit or loss. It is the difference between non-operating revenues and non-operating expenses, right? Then, again, what is non-operating revenues? These are the revenues generated from the business operations which are not related to main business. Example, dividend on shares if the main business is textiles manufacturing. As I said, we are in the textiles manufacturing. So the revenue received from the sale of textile products is called operating revenue, sales. Then this year we have some surplus funds, right? We have some extra funds. So instead of keeping these funds in the bank account, right? What we have done? We have purchased the shares in other companies. Remember, yours is not in your business is not investments. Yours is not an investment company. Yours is textiles manufacturing company. But this year we are having some surplus funds. So we have invested these funds in the shares of other companies. It's not related to your main business in any way. So at the end of the year, that company will give the dividend on the shares. In this case, the dividend on shares is called non-operating revenue. Suppose if your main business itself is purchasing the shares in other companies, your company itself is an investment company like Warren Buffett or like Junjunwala. In that case, the dividend revenue is called operating revenue. Simple. If the revenue is related to your main business, operating revenue. If it is not related to your main business, non-operating revenue. Clear? Then, non-operating expenses. These are the expenses incurred to earn non-operating revenues. Example, brokerage paid on the purchase of the shares. So in order to purchase the share, you cannot purchase the shares directly through stock exchange, right? So you purchase the shares from the stock exchange member, authorized stock exchange member. So for that, you pay some brokerage or commission. That is called non-operating expenses, right? So whether they are operating revenues, non-operating revenues, or operating expenses or non-operating expenses, we have to maintain the ledger accounts. We have to maintain the ledger accounts, right? Now, we maintain the salaries account, rent account, wages account, sales account, etc., etc. So you maintain the GL accounts, right? Now, at the time of creating the salaries account, you specify type X because salaries is related to operating profit and loss account. Rent account, while creating the rent account, you specify the type X because it is related to operating profit and loss account. Wages, you specify type X. For sales, you specify type X because all these are your operating expenses and operating revenues. So you specify type X. Then at the end of the year or at the end of the period, the balances in these 4 GL accounts, in our example, will be transferred to operating profit and loss account. Then what is operating profit and loss account? Operating profit or loss, right? So the difference will be either operating profit or operating loss. If the operating revenues are more than the operating expenses, that is your operating revenue. If the that is called operating profit. If the operating revenue is less than the operating expenses, that will be your operating loss. Similarly, at the time of creating the GL account, dividend on shares, you specify type Y. Then at the time of creating the GL account, brokerage on shares, you specify type Y. Then at the end of the period or whenever you prepare the P&L account and balance sheet, right, they will be transferred to type Y. What is type Y? Non-operating profit and loss account. So the difference will be either non-operating profit or non-operating loss. If the non-operating revenue is more than the non-operating expenses, that is called non-operating profit. If the non-operating revenue is less than the non-operating expenses, that is called non-operating loss. That's how the requirement of displaying operating profit or non-operating profit is met. The requirement of displaying operating profit and non-operating profit separately is met with the help of the multiple profit and loss account types. One more example to make you clear, understand. Suppose, let us assume in the balance sheet, you have to display gross profit, net profit, right? Sorry, you have to display gross profit, operating profit, and a non-operating profit. In that case, you create 3 profit and loss account types. Trading account, P&L account type X, operating profit and loss account type Y, non-operating profit and loss account type Z. Like that, we can define any number of profit and loss account types. Clear? But minimum, remember, minimum there should be 1 profit and loss account type. Otherwise, system will not allow you to create any GL accounts. I hope it's clear for everybody. Then the 4th topic is post-implemented variant. So you know the meaning of variant. Variant means an object for which some values are defined. That is the variant, right? Now, what is the meaning of post-implemented variant? the posting periods are defined in the fiscal year variant to prevent the documents from being posted to wrong posting period. The desired posting periods can be closed. Usually, the current posting period is open and all the periods are closed. That means, do one thing. The posting periods are defined in the fiscal year variant, right? After this, you write one sentence there. You please add one sentence there. In SAP, we can post the business transactions. In SAP, we can post the business transactions into those periods, which are opened for postings, Means, see, here we have defined one fiscal year variant, right? What is our fiscal year variant? V3. V3 means April to March. That is 12 periods, right? 1 to 12 periods. So, period 3, period 1, period 2, period 3, period 4, period 5, period 6, period 7, period 8, period 9, period 10, period 11, period 12. So these are the normal periods. Then we have defined special periods, right? Special periods means 13, 14, 15, 16, right? Now, these are the 12 normal periods and 4 special periods. So, in SAP, we have the functionality that we can post the business transactions only into those periods which are open for postings. Technically speaking, right, we can open all the periods at a time. We can keep open any number of periods or all the periods at a time. But normally, we never do this in the real time. In the real time, what we do? We open only the current period and all the periods are closed. That means, what is the current period number? We are in July 2022, right? So, as per the fiscal year variant V3, July 2022 is 4th period, right? April 1st period, May 2nd period, June 3rd period, July 4th period. So in the real time, only the 4th period is opened. Only the 4th period is opened. Then all other periods are closed. Red color means closed. Assume that red color periods are closed. So only the current period is open and all the periods are closed. Then into the closed periods, you cannot post any business transactions. What is the advantage? You can ensure that the business transactions are entered into correct periods. Say, for example, today is, right, 4th July, right? In India, it is 4th July. In USA, that is 3rd July. So in India, we are on 4th July, right? So today, I am posting one business transaction. Then we enter the date like 4/7/2022. This is the Indian format date, right? There are some students from USA and US nationals also are there. So in USA, we use the month, date, year. In USA, we use the month, date, year. But in India, we use date, month, year. So today is 4th July. So I have to give this date. But by mistake, I have entered 4th August 2022. In that case, system immediately gives the error message. So 8th period means 8th August means 5th period, right? Actually, 5th period is closed. No? So when the user enters the wrong date, the system gives the error message. So whenever the error message like it is not possible to post into August period. That's how system gives one error message. So whenever the user gets the error message, he will check the date. Oh, I have given wrong date. So I will rectify the date. Then I can post it. That is the use of the posting period variant. Technically speaking, it is possible to open all the 12 normal periods and all the 4 special periods at a time. But we never do that in the real time. In real time, only the current period is open and all the previous periods and future periods are closed. Then we can post the business transactions only in the current period only. Okay, we are in July, right? But I have forgotten, sorry, we are in the July month, right? So we can post the business transaction in the month of July. But I have forgotten to post some transactions in the month of May. That is second period. Second period was already closed. Now I want to post some business transactions in the May month, which is second month and which is also closed. In that case, what to do? We can open the closed period and we can post the business transactions again. We can open the closed period, we can post the business transactions, and again we can close it. But the authorization to open the closed period is given to some higher level employee, like manager finance or senior accounts officer or accounts officer, like that. Say, for example, I'm the junior accountant and I have forgotten to post some business transactions in the month of May. Then I cannot open the May period as such. I have to put the request to my manager finance, requesting him to open the closed period. Just giving the request is not enough, right? I have to give him the explanation why I am requesting him to open the closed period. Then I will say, sir, I have forgotten to post some business transaction the previous month. That means what is happening here? I am also automatically made accountable for my own mistakes. This is another advantage. So we can open the closed period, we can post the transactions, and again we can close it. So the periods are opened by entering the range. See, usually the current period is opened and all the periods are closed. At the end of the period, it is usually closed and the next period is opened. A period is opened by entering a range into the posting period variant, which encompasses this period. It is possible to have as many periods open as required. So in order to open the periods, you enter the range. Range means from value and to value. I told you, in SAP, we use the ranges very much. From value and to value. So when you enter the from value to value, the system opens the periods between the from value and to value. It is possible to have as many periods open as required. During the procedure of financial closing, some special periods may also be open for the closing postings. The following activities are involved in the maintenance of the posting period variant. Number one, define the posting period variant. So first we have to define one posting period variant. Then we assign the posting period variant to the company code. Then we open and close the periods. We will see one by one, right? So first one is define variants for open posting periods. Define the periods posting period variant. Path is SPRO. Financial accounting new. Financial accounting new. Financial accounting global settings new. Then after that, ledgers. Then fiscal year and posting periods. Then posting periods. Define variants for open posting periods. Click on new entries. Click on new entries. Variant is equal to give some number or name. SSPM. I am using our company code name only. Name is equal to posting period variant for SSPN. Posting period variant for SSPN. Click on save. Data was saved. Then assign posting period variant to company code, OBBP, or path is same as above. As I told you, when you see the path is same as above, you have to go back. This is called back arrow, right? So you have to go on clicking on back arrow till you reach IMG screen. See, assign variants to company code, right? Just a moment. Assign variants to company code. See the material. Click on position. Every step is clearly there. Don't do the practice in hurry work. Click on position. Company code SSPM. Click on enter. See, our company code is taken in the first line. Yeah. See, Kapil is asking one question. The difference between finance accounting new and finance accounting. Finance accounting folder relates to classical GL accounting. Financial accounting new belongs to new general ledger accounting, right? So what is this new general ledger accounting? It's a big topic. We have a separate topic on that. So your company code is taken in the first line. Variant is equal to SSPM. Variant is equal to SSPM. Click on save. Then open and close posting periods. Path is same as above. Back arrow. Then open and close posting periods. Somebody is doing something. Click on new entries. Variant is equal to SSPM. Look at the screen, everybody. A for account type. Account type is equal to plus. Right down. Account type is equal to plus. So what is this account type? Look at the screen, please. Account types in SAP. The account types describes the nature of the accounts in SAP. The account types are already defined in the system. We cannot define our own account types, or we cannot change the existing account types. The following are the account types defined in the system already. GL accounts is one account type, which is represented with the letter S. Then vendor accounts, which is represented with the letter K. Then customer accounts, which is represented with the letter D. Asset accounts, A. Material accounts, M. So these are the account types defined in the system. So you cannot create your own account types, or you cannot edit them existing, right? So here you have to specify to which account type you want to use this variant. Here you have to enter the account type to which this variant you want to apply. Suppose if you want to apply this posting period variant only for GL accounts, you enter yes. If you want to apply this posting period variant only for vendor accounts, right, you enter K. If you want to apply this only for customer accounts, you enter D. That means it is possible to open different periods for different account types, right? But normally we apply this posting period variant for all account types normally, right? So in this case, we enter plus. The account type is equal to plus, right? Within brackets, write down please. Plus indicates that the posting period variant are applicable to the posting period variant is applicable to all the account types. Again, write down. It is possible to open different posting periods for different account types. Now, here, write down again. We have to open normal period separately. And special period separately. We have to open normal period separately and special period separately. So we have two types of periods, no? Normal periods and special periods. So we have to open them separately. First, let us see how to open normal periods. So to open the normal periods from period 1, this is called from period 1 is equal to 1. Year 2022. Year means fiscal year. Fiscal year 2022 means April 2022 to March 2023, right? That is called fiscal year 2022. Then 2 period 12. First, take the notes and let's take. 2 period is equal to 12. Year is equal to 2022. Now we have to open the special periods, right? So to open the special periods from period 2. From period 2 represents special periods. From period 2 is equal to 13. Year 2022. 2 period 16. Year 2022. Click on save. Now look at the screen. Here a period is opened by entering a range into the posting period variant which encompasses this period. This is called range from period to period. So first period of fiscal year 2022. We have opened from the first period of fiscal year 2022. What is the first period of fiscal year 2022? April 2022, right? To 12th period of fiscal year 2022. What is the 12th period of fiscal year 2022? March 2023. That means we have opened from the period 1 to period 12. That means all the 12 normal periods are opened. Then all the 4 special periods are also opened. Here, these special periods belongs to fiscal year 2022 only. That's how by entering the range, we can open all the periods. But as per the real-time requirement, we have to open only the 4th period, right? In that case, very simple. From period 4 to period 4. That's it. Click on save. From period 4 to period 4. 4 to 4 means only 4th period is opened. Only 4th period is opened. Okay. 31st July is over. July month is over. Now August comes. Then we have to open the August period. On the last day of every month, we perform some activities which are called month closing activities. So in the month closing activity, as a part of your month closing activities, you open the next period. So how to open the next period? In our example, 5th period, the user comes to the same screen, right? Then he removes 4, he enters 5 to 5. 5 to 5 means August is opened. So when you open the current period, the previous period is automatically closed. It is not necessary to close the period explicitly. When you open the current period, the previous period will be automatically closed. Okay, that's how every month periods are opened. Now, suppose I want to open April, May, June, July. I want to open 4 months, right? In that case, from period 1 to period 4, as simple as that. Then click on save. Click on save, right? Like that, we can open the periods. Just a minute. Yeah, no. Special periods are opened only at the end of the fiscal year. But here I have to show you now itself how to open the special periods. I cannot wait till March 2023. No? So I have to show you how to open the special periods. Right? So I have shown you now itself. Sorry for the disturbance. So normally these special periods are opened at the end of the fiscal year only. Right? Okay. The most important thing here you have to remember is every month the user, see, at the time of implementation, the consultants will open the period. Once implementation is over, the periods are opened by the end users only. So for the end users to open the periods, he has to come to the same screen, right? So from where you came to this screen? From IMG, right? But the IMG screen is always used by consultants. So end users will not have the access to this IMG screen, right? In that case, how the end user can open the periods? That's why for the same screen, the path was given from SAP Easy Access also. SAP Easy Access is always used by end users, right? Here some space is there, no? Please write down. User level maintenance of posting periods. User level maintenance of posting periods. If the periods are opened, if the posting periods are opened and closed by, if the posting periods are opened and closed by end users, it is called user level maintenance of posting periods. It is called user level maintenance of posting periods. Path. SAP Easy Access. SAP Easy Access. Accounting. Financial accounting. General ledger. Accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, environment, current settings, open and close posting periods, open and close posting periods, path, transaction code, S underscore ALR underscore 8700 3642. It contains 14 characters. These are all the reporting transaction codes also contains 14 characters. Reports we will see later. See, you came to the same screen, right? I don't. Click on position. Click on position. Post input variant is equal to SSPM. Post input variant is equal to SSPM. Click on enter. Open the periods as required. Open the periods as required. Click on save. Click on save. Look at the scheme. Here, our variant is taken in the first line. Here, in the real time, we don't have this many number of variants, right? Because in this server, there are nearly more than 150 students are doing the practice, right? That's why everybody will be defining the post-input variants, no? That's why you have this many number of post-input variants. But in the real time, you don't have this many number of post-input periods, right? Here, how these periods are related to our company code. See, these periods are opened with reference to the post-input variant, SSPM, right? So, we have assigned SSPN variant to this company code, right? So, those periods are applicable to this company code. This is called variant principle. But what about this from account to account? ZZ is there. And I told you we can open different posting periods for different account types. So how to do that? That we cover later on after some classes. So this is the posting variant. Then the next topic is document types and number ranges. This we will see in tomorrow's class. Hari, can I have your email and contact number in the chat box? Please give me your email and contact number in the WhatsApp.
Okay. Through WhatsApp, right?
Yeah, WhatsApp or chat box in this meeting.
Okay, sure.
Any questions from anybody? Doubt session. Any questions from anybody? Yeah, Raya.
Good morning to all. Good morning, sir. Sir, if we open a posting period belongs to the last month, then automatically the profit will get changed, sir?
Definitely.
Okay. In that case, if we declare it on monthly profits, then it will become a problem to us, no?
See, monthly profit loss account are not legally required.
Okay.
If you prepare the monthly P&L account, they are called provisional financial statements.
Okay.
So provisional financial statements means they are not final, right?
Yes.
So after posting the adjustments again, right, you can generate the financial statements afresh.
Okay.
To generate financial statements, there is only one transaction code. It's a matter of 2 minutes.
Okay.
So after posting the adjustments, right, again, I will say adjustments, or you can say after posting the financial transaction the previous months, definitely the profits will get changed.
Yes, sir.
In that case, you generate a fresh financial statement.
Okay. So this will be used only for our internal purpose. That means this is not mandatory.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Anything else from anybody? Okay, then. See you tomorrow same time. Good night and good day.